Hi, I'm Haley and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited because today I'm going to be introducing my 2025 project pan. I started project panning here on YouTube last year and I feel like it was super successful in getting me to hit goals, hit pan, use the products, rotate through my collection, and make sure I'm giving everything I own some love. So I want to do it again this year. I have 10 products here that I'm super excited to be working on. Some things are rollovers from last year, some things are super old, some things are on the newer side. So I feel like it's a good mix of things that are easier and harder to work on that will carry me through the year. And as I use things up or hit goals, I will roll in new products. So like I said, I have 10 things here and let's get on into it. The first product here is something that I was working on since the beginning of my project pan last year, and there's still some product to be used on this one. This is my Revolution Aura Fix setting spray. You can see this has been used and abused. The writing is totally worn off here. If I didn't just know the name of the product from repeating it so many times in these project pan videos, I wouldn't even remember what this was called. But as you can see, it has these goofy little crystals in the bottom. This is just a total gimmick, but I think that means that I really only have this much of the product left to use, which is great. So I don't really think this is a great setting spray, but I've been using this as a primer spray so much since last year. Check out my project pan finale if you want to know exactly how many uses I used this last year. But I really think this might be 2 months left. So I would love to get this rolled out. It's big, it's bulky, it's not the best product in the world, but I really want to use this up. So hopefully we can get this done in a couple of months. Then the next product is another product that I am rolling over from last year's project pan, and that is my e.l.f. Stay Cool Primer Stick. So I'm super happy with the progress that I made on this one. So it was only in the project for a couple of months, but I feel like I really ran through this and I'm super happy with that. So as you can see, there's really not that much left. This is like maybe an inch or less than an inch. So I feel like this will maybe take like 4 or 5 months. We'll see. Well, I guess it was more than double this size and that was only like 3 or 4 months. So we'll see how long this takes. I'm really not sure, but I do know that I made a ton of progress on this. I will insert the progress footage from last year as well on the ones that I'm rolling in. But yeah, I feel hopeful about this. I feel like I've been able to go through this, you know, in a timely manner. This isn't my favorite primer of all time. I don't really think it has like great primer benefits. It really just helps makeup go on more smoothly. So I would like to roll this one out and I think I can do that in the next couple of months. And next up I have a product that I haven't worked on in a project pan before, and that is a kind of interesting product. This is the Made by Mitchell Eyelights palette. So this is a quad of powders that you can use. I believe it's supposed to be under eye brightening powders, but these all work as, you know, face powders for me. And I feel like that's how I'm gonna get through this. So I'm hoping to fully pan this in 2025. I know it seems like a stretch, but I use a lot of powder. It's one of the few makeup products that I can run through really quickly and have to actively repurchase. So I feel like this will be fun to pan because it's 4 products in one. We can track the visual progress over the months, and I feel like it'll be really fun and motivating. There's no particular reason apart from just it being potentially fun to pan that I'm bringing this in. I don't think it's a bad product. I don't think it's old or anything like that. I just think it'll be fun to work on and pan. So I'm super excited about this one. I think we'll have some good progress on this. I think if I put my mind to it, I can probably see pan in at least one of these in the next couple of months. So we'll see, but yeah, excited to be working on this one. Next up, I have 2 more cheek products that I was working on in my project pan last year. The first of which is my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer, and this is broken, and that's part of why I want to, you know, hit pan and potentially eventually declutter this one. I don't think it's the world's best bronzer. It's a little bit patchy, but I can, for the most part, make this one work for me. I had this in the project for a couple of months at the end of last year, and I feel like I made decent progress even though I didn't hit pan. You can see the rings on this product right now, and I feel like it's, you know, that's a sign that we're getting closer to hitting pan. So we'll see. I really have no idea how long this is going to take. It could take 3 months, it could take 8 months. I don't really know, but we're gonna work on this and find out. I would love to hit pan on this and not be working on this all year. Then next up is a product that I could very well be working on all year. This is another roll-in from last year. This is my NARS Blush in Luster. And I used this so many times, over 200 times last year, and no pan in sight, not even really much of a dip, but we're gonna keep working on this. I really would love to hit pan on this year. Again, that might be an impossible task. We'll see. I do like this. I think it's pretty. I wasn't loving it at the beginning of last year, but the more I worked with it and got to know it, the more I found a way to make it work for me. It works really well if you're doing a very blushy look. So it doesn't look as good if you're just doing a very light layer, but if you're really going in, it is gorgeous. So I feel like this has kind of encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone and do those really blush heavy looks that I think are so beautiful. So definitely excited to keep working on this one. I think it's gonna be great for spring. So I really think that's gonna be when this blush has its time to shine, and hopefully we can hit pan this year. But at the rate we're going, maybe not, but you know, if we hit 400 uses on this, I would not be surprised. Next up, I have a couple of eyeliners. The first one, this is going to be impossible to track progress on, but I really just want to use it up because it has a very short shelf life. So this is the NYX Vivid Matte Liquid Liner. I barely use liquid liner these days, but this has just a 6-month shelf life, and I would really like to encourage myself to reach for this before this goes off. And yeah, just again, encourage myself to step out of my comfort zone, do some different looks than what I've been doing lately, and use this up. I feel like it becomes fairly obvious when a liquid liner is no longer usable because it won't draw as good of a line on the eye. So we'll see how long this takes. I'm thinking maybe 2 months, 3 months. We'll see, but I know that if I put this in this project, I will reach for this. So I will report back, you know, over the next few months. Then I also have another black eyeliner, but this is a pencil. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade 0, which is just a black. And this is a mini, and it's a pretty good sized mini. I think I have a few months worth of use on this one, but we'll see. Again, I don't use a ton of pencil liner, but I think it'd be fun to do some more smoky eye looks, things like that using this. So we'll see. I think, you know, this could also be in here for the whole year, but we'll see. But yeah, I think I can get myself to reach for this at least more than I have been by putting it in this project. Then next up, I have a lip liner. This is my Betty Boop Glam Light lip liner. I talked about this in my plan to pan, which if you missed that, I will link that up in the cards. But this is a super creamy liner that is not transfer resistant or smudge proof or anything like that, but it is a super gorgeous shade. So I would like to work on using it up. It goes really well with a couple of my bullet lipsticks. So I would love to just get myself to reach for a red lip more. I panned a NYX red lip liner last year, and I feel like it was great having it in the project because it really, really got me to reach for a red lip. And, you know, again, just like encourage myself to kind of push my boundaries a little bit when it comes to makeup, which is something that I love to do, but I need a little bit of encouragement. So I think this could possibly take, I don't know, well, 5 months, 6 months. I know that I can really run through a lip liner if I put my mind to it, especially because I love a sharp point. So I'm not really one of the people who just uses it all the way down and then sharpens it at the last possible moment. I do like to have a sharp point, so I know I can go through this fairly quickly. The next two products are both a kind of a gimme, but I feel like I need that to keep myself motivated. The first is my L'Oreal Color Reach Lipstick in Toasted Almond. I was using this so much last year in my project pan, and there's really just a tiny bit left. This is gonna take me a month. Mark my words. I know I can use this up in just a couple of uses. Yes, I probably could have pushed through and used it last year at the end of the project, but this was making me crazy. I needed to take a little break from it, but I feel ready to go back to this and finally finish it up. So I'm going to plan to have this used up by my next update. Then the last product here, again, a little bit of a gimme. This is a pair of lashes from NYX. These are the Jumbo Lash. I got these as like a gift with purchase. I feel like I always just accumulate the hugest, most impractical lashes ever from different brands. I had 2 pairs of huge lashes from Glamlight in my project last year, but putting them in the project means that I will use them, and otherwise they would all be collecting dust in my collection because lashes don't go bad, so otherwise I'm not going to use them. But by having them in here, I know I will reach for them. I know there will be like a random Saturday when I'm just going to the movies when I will put these on and get glam, things like that. So we'll see. I'll probably use these by the next update. Again, it's a little bit of an easy product to throw in here, but again, I need some easy products to keep me motivated. So those are all 10 items that I'm going to start working on in my project pan. And let me know down in the comments below if you've worked on any of these. If you have any words of wisdom for me, I would love to hear it. As always, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.